Yeah, the actions were swing her to the ground, football kicker, stomp her, then drag her.
Yeah.
And it's hard to rewatch. It's very
And then
difficult.
when she made it into the room, you pick up the vase and you hum it for extra points. You even had that weirdo, that Clayton weirdo, talking about how when that would happen, which means this happened more than once.
Yeah,
It
Clayton said
happened.
he witnessed it
Yeah.
regularly,
Yeah.
but they'll go make up after 35, 45 minutes.
He said they would go into the room
Yeah. And
and then come out 30 minutes or so later like nothing ever happened. Well, I mean, with all the pharmaceuticals that were involved in what was going on, wouldn't it be fair to say that he might have found a way to gentle her down and get her compliant and ready to get back to it? Like I'm just, that's the thing that really trips me out. People really have a hard time accepting the reality of what this stuff looks like and what it really is. Meanwhile, you have Vlad doing interviews with more freak off workers, saying that, what was really happening and all of that was that Diddy was upset that his man parts were so small, and he could give a woman everything except for that. And what he was really trying to do was he was trying to please her. So that's what he had to do.
yeah, Vlad said he's seen a freak off, or the sex tape one of the workers had.
Yeah. He's not the only person that saw it. I'm trying to figure out how did the feds do all of that raiding and yet they missed all of this miscellaneous footage laying all over the place.
Well, this guy said he had it in his cell phone. This sex
Yeah, he
worker.
had it in his cell phone, and you're telling me his name wasn't on the list of workers? Because they had a list of workers.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't ask, they didn't confiscate, they did nothing.
Mm.
I mean, for crying out loud, we already know all the firearms with the missing serial numbers. For whatever reason, the feds didn't feel it was necessary, nor the state of New York, to to bring any of that to bear. They be missing.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny
It,
the stuff that people be missing these days when it comes to charges.
it,
Like,
someone actually said that Diddy told him there's more G in the baby oil. Like someone actually told him that there was GHB in the baby oil. You would think that
yeah,
person would come sit on trial versus be on a documentary to talk about it. Like, why aren't you testifying?
I don't
Um,
know. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting?
eh.
All of the stuff that trial missed.
Can I
Yeah.
ask you? With this documentary, it seems like Diddy had a thing for taking people's girls, whether they're still with him or right after him. He just wanted to
Mm-hmm.
basically go after girls who have already been with people around
Mm-hmm.
him. And it looks like he did the same thing to 50 Cent with his baby mom. But it
I
seems like 50
guess.
Cent just, like the other guys didn't have enough power to actually do something about it. But it seems like 50 had the power to create this documentary. And, he's like,
I
I'm
mean,
going
yeah, he's got full custody of Daphne's kid, I believe.
to,
And
yeah,
she's
that's
still
get
on
back.
payroll.
Yeah, that's a little get back. That's some get back.
I don't know if it's some get back. See, this is the problem that I have. Everybody knew what she was. What kind of man puts a baby in that intentionally? What
Mm,
kind of man?
mm.
Like, see that for me, like it's kind of wild to me. Like when he was going back and forth with Vivica and talking about Vivica, talking about him, and they doing this and doing that. I actually did a post about it on my Instagram. You want to know one of the things that's not in Vivica Fox's repertoire or on her resume? That she a Diddy Bob. She never started no FOs.
Oh no, you lying to me.
You know,
I,
so
I can believe.
she's not one of the. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, you went from Vivica to messing with a straight up whore, and you made a baby with that. Like, there's no secret to who she was and what she was doing. So I don't know. I think a lot of people are making it about Daphne Joy. I don't think it has anything to do with that. But what I do know is that, narcissistic men who like having control over things. I mean, he already has another child that he doesn't get along with, and the mother of that child has some very, very, very interesting and colorful things to say about him. Like, matter of fact, a lot of people have a lot of colorful things to say about him. Matter of fact, I think I've sat here with y'all directly and told you I don't trust that for nothing.
Yeah, you
I've
said.
made it very clear exactly what I think about the interior designer and all of his wonderful, you know, decor capabilities. Like, I think I told you, straight men don't run after whores. And they definitely don't have babies with them. Like, I know a lot of gay guys who have had children with unfortunate women intentionally because they know when they take them to court, they'll be able to get full custody of the kid and they don't have to worry about going through adoption and surrogacy. I know a bunch of guys who've done stuff like that.
Mm,
And I think a lot of people tend to forget that just because a man can have intercourse with a woman, you know, like I know plenty of gay men that have had intercourse with women.
yeah.
Plenty.
Ja- l- Jack, let me ask you in regards to just even even
Did anybody not see him, that that awful meme he did with Sherry Shepherd when he just did that interview, and she's sitting there dancing in the club looking like some insane grandmom, like she's, you can find me in the club, and then he gets up and cuts to him, and he looks like a straight fag. Like, I don't understand. His
damn.
pictures with Soldier Boy are also very interesting. And they don't talk about each other anymore at all. He don't talk, him and Game don't talk either like that. There's a lot of these dudes. It's a lot of fake stuff going on. Like, eh.
Mm.
Jack, did you get to see the Dave Chappelle new thing that came
I
out?
But
Say it
I've
again.
seen some high. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I've seen some highlights, and I'm checking out. I'm checking
Right,
out. I don't think I can watch it. And don't get me wrong, Dave is brilliant. For a long time, I was a big fan. But after he did his little diatribe about Kanye West and pretty much telling Kanye, hey, stop talking about these very powerful people because you fucking up the church of the money,
right.
it seems like he's just kind of doing the same thing here. Especially when you want to sit there and you want to compare Diddy and the Man Act to
Right.
who? Who was it that he compared him to? Jack Johnson?
Yeah, I think that was his name. The
And,
boxing.
and it was all put together. He made it sound very intelligent and very brilliant, except for one thing.
What's that?
The reason why they put the Mann Act on Jack Johnson was to keep him from sleeping with white women who were in love with him, and he was rich and had the money to make whatever happen that he wanted to make happen. That was racially motivated. It's not the same with Diddy, is it? Like, that's why they did that whole Man Act thing to him. He was involved with white women. They wanted him to stop sleeping with white women. White women weren't going to stop sleeping with him. He had the money to be able to take them and move them across state lines so that they could go and party on their own. So they created this thing. It was racially motivated, much different circumstances. And Jack Johnson wasn't bringing, a team of studs to come and lay that white woman out for him while he watched. Like, it's not the same. It's clever, and I've heard a
Yeah.
lot of people trying to. Dave Chappelle isn't the first person to make that argument. There were a lot of people at the beginning of the trial that also kept saying the same thing. All of the content creators that, in my opinion, allegedly, but in my opinion, were paid to do this information throughout this whole trial. Like people like Armand Wiggins, who's now, getting offered jobs at Hot 97 and being represented by the same PR person who I saw at the trial, who I was watching while they was coordinating everything with the black girl from TMZ, and they were setting everything up to make sure that all of the content creators were saying this and saying that. Like, we were there, we watched all of it. They was on it from day one. But to sit there and see that Armand Wiggins now has the same PR agent who is a crisis consultant as well as Diddy's mom. What a coincidence. And being invited to Garagos' house for the Christmas party while he's sitting on YouTube getting 5,000, 5,000 to 6,000 viewers a stream and starting fake fights with other YouTubers, calling himself the main character. Ain't that interesting? It's wild.
Real life.